Okay, so let's get right into it. What if you could actually turn that fear you feel about driving into a feeling of freedom? I mean, really, what if that knot in your stomach when you even just think about grabbing your car keys could be replaced with, I don't know, a sense of purpose and control? In this explainer, we're going to show you exactly how to transform every single trip, no matter how small or insignificant it seems, into a real, meaningful step toward taking back control. We're going to break down a method that helps you shift from being a passenger in your own anxiety to being the confident, conscious driver of your own life. So, we've got a really clear roadmap ahead of us, and we're breaking the whole process down into 6 totally manageable steps. Think of this as your complete toolkit. We're going to go from understanding the why behind the fear to giving you practical tools you can use right in the moment, and then finally, we'll talk about how to build that lasting confidence. Okay, first things first. We have to understand what's happening under the hood, so to speak, when that anxiety kicks in. Because here's the thing, it's not a character flaw, it's more like a system malfunction. Your body is having a perfectly normal reaction, it's just happening at a completely inappropriate time. As therapists will tell you, this isn't a weakness. It's literally your brain's ancient survival hardware. This system was designed to save you from, say, a tiger jumping out of the bushes. But the problem is, it gets triggered when you're actually safe in your car. Your brain thinks your survival is at stake, so it just floods your body with hormones to get you ready to fight, run, or freeze. Now, this is a critical piece of the puzzle, an insight from speaker Mel Robbins. The physical feeling of fear and excitement are exactly the same. Your heart races, your palms get sweaty. Biologically, it is identical. The only difference is the story your brain tells itself about why it's so revved up. Okay, so if the story is the only difference, then we need to learn how to write a better one, right? This is where we stop letting our brain just default to that danger narrative and we consciously give it a brand new destination. This is really the core of what conscious driving is all about. This is your new mental GPS. When your body gets all agitated, your brain immediately starts searching for a reason why. An anchor thought gives it a positive place to go. You see, it doesn't deny the physical feeling, it just relabels it. And look, your anchor thought isn't just some wishful thinking. It's a specific, powerful tool you use to retrain your brain. Before you even get in the car, you decide what it's going to be. It has to be vivid, it has to be emotionally compelling, something that gives your brain a story that makes sense of why your heart is racing. So for example, instead of, I'm scared of the highway, your anchor could be, I am so excited to feel the sun on my face when I finally get to the beach. Okay, so we've given our mind a new story to focus on. Now, let's give our body a tool to actually downshift. Before the car even starts, we can use our own physiology to hit the brakes on that anxiety. Neuroscientists will tell you you have a built-in calming system that literally counteracts that fight or flight response. And the key to activating it isn't through complex thoughts. It's just your breath. You really can't think yourself calm, but you can breathe yourself calm. This specific technique, which has been highlighted by researchers like Andrew Huberman at Stanford, is pretty much the fastest known way to quickly reduce stress. That double inhale you take, it pops open the little air sacs in your lungs. And then the long exhale offloads the maximum amount of carbon dioxide, which basically sends a signal to your brain that it's time to chill out. Just do this 2 or 3 times before you drive. All right. Now we need to shift our mental game. We've calmed the body, we've prepped the mind. The final piece of the preparation is changing how we look at the drive itself. It's not a final exam you could fail, it's just practice. This right here is a crucial mindset shift. A difficult drive or a moment of panic is not failure. As the entrepreneur Dan Martell puts it, it's just proof you had the courage to even try. Think of that panic as your brain rejecting the discomfort. Your job is just to stay in the car anyway. Every single time you do that, you're logging a rep, and that in itself is a win. But what happens when you're actually on the road and that big wave of panic starts to build, even with all your prep? Well, you're going to need a tool for that in-flight turbulence. See, panic has a way of pulling your brain into this catastrophic future full of what-ifs. So to counteract that, you need an in-the-moment tool that forces your brain right back into the present reality. This is how you interrupt that panic loop, by deliberately focusing on your senses, like the feeling of the steering wheel, the color of the car in front of you, the sound of your engine. You anchor your brain in a sensory reality of the here and now where you are, in fact, safe. It's almost impossible to panic about the future when your mind is totally occupied with the present. And this final step, it might be the most important one, because this journey is not a straight line.
Redefining what success actually looks like is the key to sticking with it for the long haul.
Sales coach Brandon Mulranen gives us this really powerful analogy. Imagine a gumball machine where most of the gumballs are red, and those represent a challenging drive, and only a few are blue, an easy one. Your job is not to force the red gumballs to become blue. Your job is simply to keep turning the crank, to just keep sorting. Expect the red gumballs, and then you can celebrate when a blue one comes out.
Every blip, every tough day on the road is not a dead end, it's just data. That feeling of panic isn't some personal failure, it's a redirection. It's a signal to use your tools, maybe practice your breathing, and just try a slightly different approach next time. And this is the ultimate payoff. This isn't really just about driving. It's about learning the skill to navigate your own internal landscape. Because when you can manage your mind and body in the car, you can manage them anywhere. You gain control. So, with these tools, understanding your body, reframing your mind, and practicing persistence, the road is open. The only question left is, where do you want to go?